today's topic we are going to learn elementary signal. What do you mean by elementary? Elementary means basic building blocks, means which all things we want to build some complex signal. In terms of signal, it may have complex. If I want to design a small device or on a breadboard, means what all things we want, so that I can build the design. It can be done by using of the elementary signals. In this elementary signals, again there are in terms of continuous time signal and also for a discrete time signal. Here we are going to learn first about the continuous time signal. Okay. Here the definition is basic building blocks for constructing more complex signals. That is what the elementary signal. For a continuous, if I am going for, there are 6 elementary signals. The first one is of exponential signal, sinusoidal, exponentially damped sinusoidal signal, unit step function, unit impulse function, and unit ramp function. These are all the 6 elementary signals. We will go with the first one. We know, we already come across what do you mean by exponential signal. That is e power of some values. It is told as a exponential signal. Here the equation is going to be a real exponential continuous time signal is given by, remember the equation, x of t is equals to c into e power at. You will be writing as e power x and all. Here you have to mention t. T means it is having the time response, where c is your c and a. Observe here, c and a are a real constant. C is the amplitude of the exponential signal at 0, time 0. Okay. Again here, two conditions when our a value is based on the a value. When a is less than 0 for the negative values, here the signal x of t is decaying exponentially. Observe here, it is decreasing exponentially and it reaches to the 0 at infinity time. Okay, at the infinity time it is going to be decreasing till infinity. It is going on decreasing. That is whatever when a is lesser values, negative values. When a is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like that it's going on. Next, if I go for when a is greater than 0, when a is a positive value. When a is a positive value, what I will be telling? The signal x of t is growing exponentially signal. The growing exponentially means from minus negative values to it's going on increasing. Till where it is reaching, we don't know. Okay, based on the amplitude and what is the a and c values, I can decide where it is going to be reaching. For that reason, here shown as a infinite range. For that reason, don't know where it is reaching. Okay, when a is less than 0, decaying exponentially. When a is greater than 0, growing exponentially. This is what exponential signal. Here a small derivation we are going for. Observe here, in equation, if c or a or both are complex numbers, what the we are taken, I told, as these are only real numbers in terms, but if it is of complex values, means in terms of your j terms, a plus jb, for complex numbers, then x of t known as continuous time exponential, continuous time complex exponential signal. Here it is of in a real part only. Here when a signal is having a complex value, then we will derive the equation for complex signals. Okay. First consider the amplitude value c as 1 and a is the imaginary. A is the imaginary means we are going to take our j term here. Imaginary is j. In terms of frequency we are going to consider here. For that reason it is of a omega naught. into t. A is taken as j omega naught. Okay. Here next the signal x of t given by the equation is, we are considering here as a periodic signal with the fundamental period is of t. We already gone through the equation, that is t is equals to 2 pi by omega naught. Okay. Then what I will be doing when system is going to be periodic means, what is the equation? That is x of t is equals to x of t plus capital T. What is our x of t from this equation? From this equation, x of t I can take as e power j omega t. Then what I am going for? X of t plus capital T means instead of t I can replace as t plus capital T. For x of t to be periodic, what I am going for? These two are going to be equal part. So e raised to j omega t should be equals to e power j omega naught t plus capital T. Here when x of t signal is periodic means this t and t plus capital T, these should satisfy the condition. Then I will tell system is going to be a periodic. Okay. Next, here I am going for e power j omega as it is. Here if I, how you will write? If e power a plus b is there means, how we will be writing? In general, e power a you will be writing into e power b you will be writing off. Here also I wrote the same, t plus capital T is there. If I multiply here j omega naught into t plus j omega naught into t, multiplying for this and also for the this term, then you will be getting like this. Then e power j omega naught into t I can write, then e power j omega naught into capital T, the same way. Okay. First you multiply j omega naught to the t small t and also to the capital T, then split the function. Then what I am going for? Equation is valid. This equation is valid when e power j omega naught capital T is equals to 1. When I will get e power j omega naught t is equals to 1? If omega naught is 0. When omega naught is 0 means the frequency value is 0 at 0th position. When I am taking the value at 0th position, when at 0th position it is having the amplitude as 1. Okay, e power j omega naught capital T is going to be taken as 1. That's what here wrote. Then if omega naught is not equal to 0, then what is going to happen? Then a fundamental period of t of x of t is the smallest value of the t. Smallest value of the t. What is the t value? We gone through already know what is t is of 2 pi by omega naught. Same thing here, 2 pi by omega naught. Substitute here in this equation omega instead of omega naught. What I can write here, sorry, instead of t I can write as 2 pi by omega naught is substituted here. Okay, j omega naught 2 pi by omega, the omega naught, then omega naught and omega naught get cancels, then e power j 2 pi I will be getting. What is the e power j theta means? What is the equation for j? E power j theta, that is cos theta plus j sin theta. Cos theta plus j sin theta. Hope you all remember this equation. This is cos theta plus j sin theta. So instead of theta here it is of 2 pi, cos 2 pi plus j sin 2 pi. What is the cos 2 pi? It's going to be 1 value, sin pi, 2 pi all are having the 0 value. For that reason it will be 0. This value is going to be 0. So I'll be left with cos 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is 1. Therefore from this equation what I can tell, I'll got here also 1 and here is also 1. Means therefore e raised to j omega t and e raised to minus j omega t are periodic with fundamental period is of t is equals to 2 pi by omega naught. This is how you have to do the small derivation part. Just remember the period and how to substitute these factors. What is the time period is given for you. Okay, just remember these equations. That is important. What are the function of this a when a is less than and when a is greater than 0. Okay, remember the construction of this, then it will be easy for you all. This is about the exponential signal. Next is of your sinusoidal signal. What is the equation? We already gone through of sinusoidal equation from the basic of from PU level to your basic also. Again you learned many about this equation. That is, sinusoidal signal is taken as x of t is equals to a cos omega naught t plus pi. Here you can ask the question here, why we taken only cos? I can take sin also, right? In a regular fashion we will be preferring for the sin, but when I'm going to take a signal, what is the sine function? From 0 it will start and it is going on. Okay, from here it will be starting. But when I'm going to use a cos, here I'm showing you, when I'm going to use the cos, what is the cos function? At the 0th position, your signal is going, amplitude is of 1. Correct? At 0th position, the signal amplitude is 1. Means at 0th position also I will be getting some information. The information means the signal is present. That is what the information we tell. Okay, the signal is present. For that reason we are preferring cos instead of sin. That's what a cos omega naught t plus pi. Based on the application we are going for, but in signals if I am going to learn, we are preferring for the cos. Based on application I can use of sin also. Okay, then what is the omega naught? This is of the angular frequency, that is 2 pi f naught. What is the f naught? Linear frequency in terms of hertz, omega naught in terms of radians per second, and what is the pi? It's of a phase shift in terms of radians. Then what is the fundamental period? We already come across, that is of t is equals to 2 pi by omega naught in terms of seconds. Next is of exponentially damped sinusoidal signal. What is the equation here? Exponentially damping means it's already we come across how it is decaying and exponentially it is growing. Okay, same thing we are combining here, signing with the damping signal. Okay, here x of t is going to be e power minus at sin omega t. X of t is equals to e power minus at sin omega t, where t a is greater than 0. Observe here the diagram. As t is going on increasing, from 0 to the infinity, the signal is going on. What is the operation is going on? It is going on decreasing, and it reaches the 0 when t reaches the infinite value. When t reaches the infinite value, then only our x of t is going to be reaching to the infinite. 0. X of t is going to be 0 till t is going to be a 0. This is what your exponentially damped means, decaying the sine function, sinusoidal signal. Then next is a unit step function. This is very important. Unit step function in control system, which subject you will be learning in your next sem. We will be using of the unit step function. Based on unit step function, how a signal is going to be tested, how the operation I can go for. Directly I can't go using of sine signal when I'm going to test a samples. Okay, for that reason we are preferring unit step function, that is u of t, in all the applications. Okay, what is the function of this step function? For a continuous time, u of t is going to be equals to 1 for all the values where t greater than or equals to 0, and it will be 0 for t less than 0. Here is the figure shown. Observe here. This is your u of t. This is your time from 0 to the all the values whatever I'm going to substitute till infinity. Till infinity. Okay. At the 0th value, at 0 also you will be having the magnitude as 1. At any in between, 100 if I take here, 100th time also it will be amplitude is 1. For till it's going on, it's always amplitude is always 1 only. That is what unit step. The amplitude is 1 till infinity. For other values, negative values, it is not having any signal. Okay, here it's not having any signal. This is about the unit step function. Remember this. Okay, this will be helpful while doing the problems. Then next one is unit impulse function. This is represented by using of delta of t. For continuous time function, unit impulse response is taken as delta of t is equals to 0 for t is not equals to 0. Okay, and integration minus infinity to plus infinity, delta of t dt is always 1 value. Observe here, what is the information we are telling? When t is it is not equals to 0 is delta of t is 0. Means when I substitute t is equals to 1 means 0. If I substitute t is equals to some other values and all, it will be 0. But when t is equals to 0, observe the figure here. When t is equals to 0, t is equal to 0, you will be getting your impulse response, that is delta of t. For other values and all, it will be zeros only, big 0. Okay, only at the 0th position you will be getting your impulse. For that reason, delta of function is known as Dirac delta function. Only at the 0th position it will be exiting. For that reason, Dirac, D-I-R-A-C, Dirac delta function. Next, how we obtained this function only at the 0th position. But in practical way, in theory I can tell at 0th position it is having a signal, but in practical way it is not possible to get this. How it is taken? Observe here. Equation 1 we are going to take. This equation 1, integration minus into plus infinity, delta of t into dt is going to be equals to 1. Based on that, we will be taking the area covered by the unit impulse function. The impulse function delta of t is derivative of step function. Observe here, it is a derivative. If I differentiate my unit step function, differentiate of unit step, I will be getting my impulse response. Observe here, this is our unit step. Actually from this we will be taking, right? From this it is going on, but actually it's not coming from 0th position. It will somewhat area will change and is going further. Okay, here the same 0 at delta function. What is the change it's going for? That is taken as a delta period. Delta period amplitude is 1. That is u of t function. Okay, then what I am going for now, I will consider only of this part and I will derive that. Derivation means differentiation equation I will go for. If I differentiate my u of delta t divided by dt, what I will get? I will get this area. that is 0 to delta, it is in terms of time, and 0 to 1 by delta in terms of your y-axis, that is delta of delta t. Okay, this is what you will be getting. Next, consider a non-idealized unit step function. What is the thing? I told the same thing is there in your theory part. Okay, you can go through this. Then you will be getting delta of t, delta of small change. This delta means small change of t is equals to differentiation of unit step function u delta of t divided by dt. The area of the function delta of t is equals to delta into delta means here the width time is, this one is width, that is delta. This is a rectangular, right? What is the area of rectangle? Length into width. For that reason, length, if I take 1 by delta, and your width I can take off delta, what is the area I will get? This to get cancels, 1 I will be getting. Observe here the same thing here, 1. As delta reaches 0 means as delta it is going on, I will draw here. As delta reaches to 0, what happens? Instead of at the position here, what it's going on? Instead of here, it will come here, and coming, it's changing the shift operation, and then it will be near to at the 0th position, Observe here, delta tends to 0, arrow indication is delta tends to 0, then it becomes narrower. The width is, this width is going on reducing, this width is going on reducing, so it is near to 0 only. I will get at the signal is here only. For that reason, you will be getting an impulse response like this only at the 0th position. In not in a practical way, in theoretical way I can tell of this. Okay, this is about your delta of t is going to be equals to limit when delta tends to 0. When tends to 0, then I will get delta of t, that is equals to 1 at the 0th position. Remember, impulse function is at 0th position only. Then therefore it is having width 0 width, our impulse function, and infinite length. Observe here, I didn't wrote only 1, it is going on increasing, don't know what is the value. Based on the which value we are going to give, that value is going to be adding here. Okay, infinite length, then unit area, because 1 cross 1 I will get unit area. Here also we came across unit strength also. Here I can represent the signal. We are told it's of infinite length, but if I want what is the strength I have to add for the signal based on the k value. K value may be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any values. Based on k value, our impulse function is going to exist. If I take example here, maybe k value is of 10. What it's going for? When I want to draw the signal, what you have to do? This is your time function. From 0th position till, what is the k value? 10. Means till 10, the signal is going to be existing at 0th position only. Okay, this is how we have to go through about your unit impulse function, that is delta of t. And properties, these are just direct equations. Just remember, first property is of from minus infinity to plus infinity, delta of t into dt is always 1. Remember this. Okay, x of t delta of t you will be getting as only at the 0th position I will get the signal. For that reason, x naught means t value is 0 into delta of t. Then second is, if I am going for kth value, means what is the kth value? I will be getting of the same. What is the k value? Okay, k means you will get the same as it is. When I integrate for x of t, delta of t, at 0th position only you will be getting the signal x of 0. Then x of t into delta of shift operation. Shift operation means delta of t minus t naught, that is going to be equals to x of t naught into delta of t minus t naught. This signal is going to be shifted. X of t signal is going to be shifted. Sampling property of impulse function. Okay, so we'll come across from the examples we'll go through while solving the problems. Okay, next, integration minus into plus infinity x of t delta of t minus t naught into dt. What I will get? A shift operation again here, that is x of t naught. Shifting property of, mute yourself, shifting property of impulse function is going to be happening here. Okay, then the seventh one is of delta at is equals to this a value. What is the a value? That you have to take as 1 by a delta of t, but the condition is a should be always greater than 0. These are like formulas, just remember these, and while solving the problems I will clarify of these all things. Okay, these are all the properties. And the last one is of unit ramp function r of t. A ramp function is defined as r of t is equals to t. Observe here, r of t is equals to t when t is greater than or equals to 0. Observe here, r unit step function is u of t. Unit step function is u of t, right? Unit impulse response is delta of t, and our unit ramp function is of r of t. A ramp function is defined as r of t is equals to t where t is greater than or equal to 0, and it will be 0 for time less than 0. Again here, observe here, this ramp function is integral of unit step function. Understand? Unit ramp function is integration of unit step function. In terms of impulse function means it is the differentiation of unit step, and here is the integration of unit step is the ramp function. In GATE exam or else some in exams, normal exams, what you will be writing there, you will ask 1 marks. Okay, like that questions. What is the, in competitive exams if you are writing there, like these questions will ask. Unit ramp function is the integration of unit step. Unit impulse function is the differentiation of unit step. Okay, then what is the signal? How I can draw here for unit ramp function? Here is the signal x of r of t, and x axis 0 to t, y axis is of rt. Observe here, for t is greater than 0, at 0, from 0 till it is going on increasing the values of t, it's going on increasing. Okay, if I substitute t as 1, what I will be getting? Again t is 1 means you will be getting 1 only. Here you will get. If I substitute 2, what I will get? At 2 position you will get. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 100 if I substitute here. For t value, you will be getting 100 value. Then if you join all the points, you will be getting your unit ramp function. These are all the elementary of continuous time signal. In the same way, we are going for elementary of discrete time signal. Here also the 6 exponential signals are there. Elementary signals are there for the discrete time also. Here exponential signal, sinusoidal, exponentially damped sinusoidal, unit step function, unit impulse, and unit ramp function. Same, instead of writing as t, we will be changing in terms of n. Observe here, first one is of discrete time exponential signal. A real exponential discrete time signal or sequence is taken as x of n is equals to c alpha raised to n, where alpha is going to be taken as e power beta. Remember this equation. C, alpha and beta are the real constant. C is the amplitude of the sequence at n is equals to 0. At n is equals to 0, C is having the some values. Again here two conditions based on our alpha function. When alpha is less than 1, it's a decays exponentially. When alpha is less than 0, negative values, it's growing. Okay, same thing what we learned for the continuous time signal. Observe here, for alpha greater than 1, greater than 1, observe it is going on growing. Okay, when alpha is in between 0 and 1, observe here it's decaying, it is decreasing. Then alpha is in between -1 and 0, it's splitted. Some values will go above and some values will go below, means alternate way the samples are going to be arranged, alternate way. One is in a positive values, then other will be getting a negative values. To understand this, what you have to do, just substitute the alpha values in between from -1 to 0 in the equation. Then you will get like these signals. Okay, then when I substitute for alpha less than -1, again reverse of this signal. Instead of decreasing here, it will be coming a reverse fashion. Observe here, alternate wave impulses only generating, but in a opposite of this. This is how for the discrete time exponential signal. Here also we come across a small derivation, same as for the continuous. C is taken as 1, B is purely imaginary, but it's not going to be, we have to take as imaginary part. For that reason here it is taken as J. This is also we called as omega naught only, omega naught, okay, into n. For discrete we are representing like this. Okay, then exponential complex exponential discrete time signal, x of n is going to be changed as e power j omega naught n. Then fundamental period is going to be, remember this equation, this is very important, omega naught divided by 2 pi is equals to m divided by n. M is an integer, m is an integer. This omega naught divided by 2 pi is the rational number. Remember these words. Okay, this is the rational number, m is an integer. Then I will take the periodic condition, that is x of n is equals to x of n plus capital N. Again x of n is what we taken, e raised to j omega n, e raised to j omega naught n. Then substitute here, instead of n plus capital N, again bifurcate this equation, change this, you will be getting as e power j omega naught n into e power j omega naught into capital N. What is this equation is going to be taken as, if it is periodic, this should be equals to x of n only. Then again the condition is of what, here there we taken as capital T is equals to 1, here e power j omega naught capital N is equals to 1. Then this is going to be 1 when I can get this as 1, when omega naught is equals to 0, or else, observe here, from this equation omega naught into n, observe here, omega naught into n into 2 pi m into 2 pi m. M is an integer. When this series is going to satisfy, then I am getting as is equal to 1. Remember, this will be helpful when I am going to find the period for the discrete time signal. This is important equation. Okay. Next, for what is the discrete time exponential periodically, if omega naught is a rational multiple of 2 pi. Remember here, it should be 2 pi multiplied with the rational number. This is the condition. Okay, make a mark here. 2 pi should be multiplied by a rational number. That is what your fundamental period you will be getting out. The where n is a fundamental period, this is the angular frequency, m is an integer. Okay. Then next is of what? Discrete time sinusoidal signal. Instead of t, we are going to represent here as n. Only change is n here. Omega naught a into cos omega naught n plus pi. A is the maximum value of x of n. Omega naught is the angular frequency. Pi is the phase angle. N is dimensional. We can't. Some values we are going to substitute. For that reason, it's not having any dimension. Omega naught and pi are measured in terms of radians. Okay. Here, this is very important, as already told. That is, our angular frequency is going to be taken as 2 pi m by capital N. Then, what is the signal? Here, we taken here an example. X of n is equals to cos pi n divided by 4. This, if I substitute for n as 0, n as 0, I will be getting as 1. When I substitute 1, you will be getting some values. That is one sample. Then again, if I substitute for next values, like this, if I am going on substituting for n values, the signal you will be getting like this. This is like cos function. Observe here. This is the cos. Like this, you will be getting your signal. This is what your cos. This is a continuous, what I drawn. Actually, you will be getting a discrete signal. Okay. This is what it's shown here. What is the fundamental period? How to calculate this? What is pi by 4? Omega naught is going to be taken as pi by 4. If I represent in terms of 2 pi by 8, if I can write, this will be equals to pi by 4 only. It should be a multiple of 2 pi with the rational number. Okay. When I got this, I can write out what is the fundamental period. That is of n is going to be taken as 8. Okay. Then exponential discrete time, exponentially damped signal. The same equation. C alpha raised to n sin omega n plus pi, where mod of alpha is going to vary from 0 to 1. X of n decreases as n increases. Already we gone through this. Okay. Discrete time unit step function is of u of n is equals to 1. Same here also, when n is greater than or equal to 0. For the other values, it is going to be 0. This is how signal is going from 0 to infinity values. It will be always 1. Then what is about unit impulse function? Delta of n is 1 at n is equals to 0. And for other values, it will also always 0. Here how it is shown. Here is the n. Time is n. Okay. At 0th position only, you will get the signal. And again, here are the some equations, properties. Just go through this. As we taken here also the same. Then discrete time unit ramp for signal. R of n is equals to capital N. For n greater than or equals to 0. Okay, here it's going on increasing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, going on increasing. Okay, till infinity. This is about your unit ramp sequence. Okay, these are all the elementary signals. From this, the theory part of the first module will finish. These are all the equations. Just remember, as I already explained for the continuous time. Okay. Where is those? Here, the same equation. Instead of continuous, here are the in terms of discrete values. Okay, these are all the shift operation. When I am going to, instead of taking integration, we are going to take here as a summation. That is very important. Okay, these are all the properties of a impulse response. Okay, we will stop the session today.